One thing before we start, Leo. There's a koan for every idea in this lesson, a query with a blank for you to fill in. Open them in a second window now and solve each one as we reach it. You remember what you type, you forget what you watch. This is what opens, Leo. A query with a blank where the answer goes, one for every idea in the lesson. Fill it in, run it, and the next one unlocks. Leo, here's the situation this lesson prepares you for. Someone gives you access to a database and asks you to have a look at the products. You open it, and all you see is a list of table names.
That's exactly where I freeze. I don't know what's inside any of them.
2 commands get you from a list of table names to understanding the data. Select star asks for every column. That's how you see what a table holds. Naming the columns instead asks for only those. That's how you read the data itself. The first of those 2 is select star, and the star means give me every column. Let's start with a small table, the product categories this business sells. And that is the entire table. 8 rows, 4 columns. Nothing is hidden, and picture is empty for every category, which is perfectly normal. You now know what this business means by a category.
8 rows, and that is all of it? I expected something far more intimidating.
Before we go further, 3 words for what you are looking at. You will use them every day. A table holds all the records of one kind. Here, the categories. A column is one named piece of information that every row carries, for instance, the category's name. And a row is one complete record. Row 1 is beverages, with its number, its name, and its description.
Table, column, row. So a row isn't one value, it's the whole category, all 4 columns at once.
Select star works on any table. Run exactly the same query on the employees table, and look at how many columns come back.
20 columns for one person. Birth dates, postal codes, photo paths, notes, and the categories fitted on one screen. I can't read any of this, Namosini.
You can't, and it costs you more than legibility. That is the half you can't see. Every column select star returned, including the ones you never looked at, was read by the database and sent across the network to your application. On a small table, you'll never notice. On a wide one with millions of rows, that waste is the difference between an app that feels fast and one that doesn't. So here is the rule worth remembering. Select star is for discovering which columns a table has. Once you know them, name the columns you want. That is how you read the data itself. So let's name them. You list the columns you need, separated by commas, and the 20 become 3. That list between select and from is called the select list. Choosing which columns go in it is most of what writing a query is.
And that I can actually read. 3 names, 3 jobs, done.
And here, at last, are the products you were asked to look at. The select list controls the columns. A separate keyword, limit, controls how many rows come back. Products holds 20. This asks for 5. Use limit whenever you're exploring an unfamiliar table, Leo. It costs nothing, and it protects you from asking a 10 million row table to print itself. So, the select list chooses the columns, and limit chooses how many rows, not which ones. One last thing before you go, Leo. The 2 kinds of quotes. You have been typing double quotes around every column name since your first query. They name a column. Single quotes are different. They hold a text value. They are not interchangeable, and putting a column name in single quotes is among the most common beginner errors. You will use single quotes properly when you reach where. So, someone hands you a database and asks for a look at the products. You wouldn't freeze now, Leo. You'd open the table, see what it holds, and hand back the columns they asked for. Next lesson, data types, what each column is allowed to hold, and why that decides what you get back.
Good. The IDs came back as whole numbers, the prices had decimals, and picture was empty every time. I'd like to know who decides that.